In 2000, Reed Hastings walked into the Blockbuster HQ with a humble proposal: buy my small DVD by mail startup for $50 million. The Blockbuster CEO literally laughed him out of the room. Today, Blockbuster is a single store in Oregon, kept alive by nostalgia. While Netflix is a titan that didn't just win the war, it changed the very DNA of how stories are told. But as the algorithm takes over, has Netflix accidentally killed the magic of cinema? Every empire starts with a grudge. For Hastings, it was a $40 late fee for Apollo 13. Whether that story is true or just great PR, it fueled a revolution. Along with Mark Randolph, he launched a service that utilized a brand new technology, the DVD. Unlike bulky VHS tapes, these could fit in a standard envelope. They weren't fighting Hollywood yet. They were just fighting the post office. By 2007, Netflix did the unthinkable. They pivoted. They realized the future wasn't in envelopes, it was in the Watch Now button. While the world was still dealing with buffering and dial-up, Netflix was betting the house on streaming. They didn't need prime real estate or retail staff. They needed bandwidth. They were no longer a mail service. They were becoming a tech company, disguised as a studio. Netflix stopped asking for permission. In 2013, they dropped $100 million on House of Cards. This wasn't just a show. It was a data-driven experiment. They knew users loved David Fincher. They knew they loved political dramas. And they knew exactly when you'd click. The algorithm predicted a hit before a single frame was shot. They didn't trust artists. They trusted the numbers. Netflix didn't just give you content. They changed your psychology. By releasing entire seasons at once, they invented binge watching. They hacked our dopamine loops. The skip intro button and the next episode in 5 seconds timer were psychological masterstrokes. Suddenly, the entire world was staying up until 3 a.m. to finish a series. Hollywood's weekly release model looked like a relic of the Stone Age. This is where things get chilling. Most studios greenlight movies based on gut feeling. Netflix uses CineMatch. Their algorithm tracks every time you pause, every time you rewind, and exactly when you lose interest. They categorize content into tens of thousands of alt genres. It's a feedback loop where the machine tells the creators what to write. The algorithm has become the world's most powerful director. As Netflix rose, the middle of Hollywood died. Those $40 million romantic comedies or legal thrillers, they vanished from theaters. Why pay $20 at the cinema when you have a good enough version on your couch? Netflix effectively cannibalized the theater industry, forcing giant studios to rely solely on $200 million superhero blockbusters to get people out of the house. For a decade, Netflix was the only player in town, but the giants finally woke up. In 2019, Disney Plus launched, pulling Marvel and Star Wars off Netflix. Then came HBO Max, Paramount Plus, and Apple TV. The streaming wars had begun. Netflix was no longer the library of everything. They were suddenly a library of their own originals, and the cost to produce them was skyrocketing. To survive the loss of licensed content, Netflix went into overdrive. They began releasing a new original movie or show almost every single week, but quality started to suffer. The Netflix original brand started to feel like a digital bargain bin. The algorithm demanded volume and the human element. The prestige began to drown in a sea of reality TV and low-budget action flicks. April 2022, the unthinkable happened. For the first time in over a decade, Netflix lost subscribers. Their stock price cratered, losing $50 billion in market value in a single day. The infinite growth myth was shattered. The market realized that there are only so many humans on Earth with an internet connection. The era of easy money was over. Desperate to appease Wall Street, Netflix did the two things they promised they'd never do. They introduced ads and they killed password sharing. They turned into the very thing they were meant to destroy. Cable TV, the cool disruptor, had become the grumpy landlord. Users who had been loyal for years suddenly felt the sting of corporate greed as prices rose. Filmmakers began to speak out. Directors argued that the algorithm doesn't value art. It values engagement. If a viewer skips a slow scene, the algorithm tells the next director to cut it. We are entering an era of algorithmic cinema. Movies designed to be played in the background while you scroll on your phone. It's not art, it's content. But the algorithm found a new gold mine: the rest of the world. By investing in local stories like Squid Game or Money Heist, Netflix proved that a great story could travel anywhere. They didn't just destroy Hollywood, they decentralized it. The next big blockbuster isn't coming from a studio lot in LA. It's coming from a bedroom in Seoul or a street in Madrid. Behind the sleek interface lies a terrifying reality: debt. To fund its content addiction, Netflix has borrowed billions. They are on a treadmill they cannot get off. If they stop spending, they lose subscribers. If they keep spending, the debt grows. It's a high-stakes poker game where the stakes are the future of entertainment itself. What's the next move? Netflix is betting on video games and AI. They want to own your interactive time. Imagine a world where the algorithm doesn't just suggest a movie. It generates one specifically for you, featuring your favorite actors and your preferred ending. For a company driven by data, it's the logical, albeit terrifying, conclusion. Netflix has survived. They are no longer the rebel, they are the establishment. They forced every other media company to play by their rules. Hollywood didn't die, it was just rewritten in lines of code. The red N is now the gatekeeper of what the world sees, hears, and talks about. The fall of Blockbuster and the rise of Netflix is the ultimate cautionary tale. It proves that no matter how big you are never too big to fail. Innovation isn't just about making your current product 10% better. It's about being willing to destroy your own success to build what's coming next. In business, the most dangerous place to be is at the top, because that's when you stop looking at the horizon. Adapt or perish. The choice is always yours. Netflix didn't just build a streaming service. They built a mirror that shows us exactly what we want to see. The question is, do we like what we've become? Subscribe for more business stories.